Hey everybody, Music Powered 1103 here, reacting to Thomas's shortcut UK and US, so I hope you like it and we shall start.
Thomas's shortcut. It was a sunny day on the island of Topham. Thomas was pulling Annie and Clarabel on his route. They met Bertie coming along the road.
Oh, a race!
Hello, slow coach!
Just like Thomas and Bertie's great race.
Ignore him, Thomas.
He's teasing again.
But you're not slow coaches. You can go very fast.
He's not talking about us.
Thomas and Bertie race against each
Look
other
at
lots.
that. 2 minutes early.
Good thing I hurried you, or you would have been late.
That's not true. I always get my passengers to the station on time.
Not always.
You must be slowing down, though, Thomas. Lately, I seem to beat you to the level crossing every time.
I'm not slowing down. I'll show you. Let's race again.
Thomas has this one, Bertie. He can beat you.
Thomas and Bertie think racing is great fun. Sometimes Bertie is quicker. Especially when Thomas has to wait for sheep on the line.
Yeah, sheep on the tracks.
And sometimes Thomas is quicker. Especially
Construction.
when Bertie has to stop for workmen repairing the road.
And another race one is Three Cheers for Thomas, episode 182.
You'll rattle an axle loose.
I'm going to win. I'm going to win.
But
Gates are
lately,
closing.
every time they have a race, no matter how fast Thomas puffs,
Oh,
Bertie manages to win.
Oh
You
no.
really are very slow these days, Thomas.
He can beat you next time.
Thomas couldn't understand it. Why was Bertie always there first?
no. I was going faster than ever.
Well, you do run on the rails though,
Later,
Thomas.
Thomas met Bertie again, but he wasn't sure if he was happy to see him.
Hey, don't be cross, Thomas. Should I tell you my secret?
What secret?
I've been rerouted. Now I take a shortcut, so my route is much quicker.
Thomas was very surprised. He didn't know Bertie could take a shortcut. That night, Thomas was very cross.
I can imagine.
It's not fair. I like to race Bertie, but he's been rerouted. What does rerouted mean?
It means to go a different way to the one you usually go on.
What's wrong with that, Thomas? Bertie takes a shortcut now, so he always wins.
Then an idea flew into Percy's
A
funnel.
good one.
So, why don't you take a shortcut too, Thomas? Then you could be rerouted just like Bertie.
Thomas thought that was an excellent idea.
I think it is. But it could lead him to trouble though.
But Annie and Clarabel didn't.
But there's no shortcut on your branch line, Thomas. If you go another way, you could miss a station or make your passengers late.
Yep, that's true.
But Thomas was determined.
If Bertie can be rerouted, so can I.
We don't know.
Thomas arrived at Dryall Station, just as Bertie was arriving too. Some passengers got off, and some more passengers got on. But as soon as he could, Thomas rushed away again.
Bye-bye, Bertie.
See you soon, Thomas.
See it.
He didn't
Thomas
want
is
to
on
lose
his way.
another race.
If Bertie can be rerouted, so can I.
Yeah,
Thomas
He
came
doesn't
to
wanna
a
lose
junction
this time.
where the tracks were already switched.
Maybe that's a shortcut.
But he only ended up running along a loop siding and coming back onto his branch line again.
it's like a crescent.
Oh,
shaped
Then
like the letter U and
Thomas
C.
found another track that led away from the branch line.
Maybe that's a shortcut.
We don't think so. We don't think so.
You're only
This
at Brenham
time,
Docks.
Thomas ended up in an old goods yard.
Oh dear, that's not a shortcut either.
We told you so. We told you so.
The passengers
See?
were grumbling,
I can imagine.
but Thomas didn't want to give up.
Don't give up,
Finally,
Thomas.
Thomas spotted an old track that led into the woods.
But it's leading to trouble.
This must be a shortcut.
There is no shortcut, Thomas.
I think Annie and Clarabelle might be right, Thomas.
Bertie was waiting for Thomas at the level crossing.
Bertie already won.
Never usually
See?
takes this long.
Bertie's passengers were starting to grumble too.
See, Bertie? You're
So
making your
Bertie went
passengers
on
late.
his way. Thomas pushed his way along the overgrown track. Annie and Clara
It's very
were
overgrown.
not happy.
Thomas, please. Where are we going?
Don't worry, this shortcut is going somewhere. We'll be out of the woods soon and then...
No, it's not. Buffers. See?
Thomas had
Look
hit
what
a
you've done.
buffer in the undergrowth, and his wheels had come right off the track.
Oh no! I can't back up! I'm stuck!
You
The
are...
passengers were not happy.
Yeah, they're
Now
mad.
they were going to be very late indeed.
Yeah, they will, and it's your fault, Thomas.
Thomas felt terrible. And then he saw his friend Bertie.
Hello, Thomas. What are you doing in there?
I was trying to find a shortcut, Bertie, but I've come off the rails, and now my passengers will be late.
Oh dear.
Don't laugh,
Maybe
Bertie.
I can
It's
take your
serious.
passengers for you.
Good idea.
Thomas's passengers thought that was a very good idea indeed. But Thomas still felt very silly.
You should, Thomas, for what you've done.
It was almost dark when Harvey came to shunt Annie and Clarabelle out of the way, before lifting Thomas back onto the rails again.
Back to safety.
The Topham controller was very cross.
Uh-oh.
Your passengers don't like to be late, Thomas. You have caused confusion and delay.
I'm very sorry, sir. I was hoping to find a shortcut, but I will stick to my branch line from now on.
You better, Thomas.
A few days later, Thomas was back on the track. He arrived at Knapford Station to pick up Annie and Clarabelle.
No more shortcuts, Thomas.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Thank you, Annie and Clarabelle. I missed you too.
Thomas promised to stick to his branch line in the future.
You should.
He wouldn't try taking shortcuts again.
Because you see what you've done? You hit the buffer.
See you later, slow coach.
He isn't a slow coach.
But he and Bertie still like to have races. And sometimes
See?
Thomas even wins.
You've lost, Bertie. Good episode.